Oh my god. I can't believe this, bro. Oh my goodness gracious. Hello, 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 hello. Is this going to work? I don't know. I haven't done this in a few months already. I don't know. I'm not like I don't stream as often as I usually do. What's up, chat? What's up, chat? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hi. Hello, hi, hello. All right. Let me switch over to the main screen really quick. What is up? What's up, chat? How are we doing today? How are we doing tonight? I haven't done any of these in like a couple of months, but I feel as though why not? Why not do like a quick discussion stream before I don't know, before before a Nintendo Direct, right? We usually don't do like I haven't done this in such a long time because what is it? What is it? What is it? Like since the the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. So it's been a while. Obviously I'm not prepared for this, and I am very, very, very late with this stream because I haven't done anything like this in like a few months. Yeah, I delayed this by a few hours because honestly I was just dealing with a lot of personal issues, and I don't want to go into too much detail, but you know what? I'm here now. I think I'm just going to have a little discussion with all of y'all, try to just keep you guys updated and everything, because so much has happened, and I don't even know where to start. I'll keep this stream quick. As a matter of fact, I'm actually kind of sad right now because, you know, I had like an entire bingo card here ready to be drawn on, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to make one today. You know, I originally did want to do the stream like around, what is it, 6:30 p.m., but things just weren't really aligning perfectly, and I got a little busy, you know, with personal things. But you know what? It is what it is. I think for what I'll do for the time being is just hold off from doing a bingo card this time. I know I'm breaking from tradition. I would have loved to do this, but, you know, sometimes I just, you know, a lot of things are just very unpredictable with this, so I guess, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to just hold off from doing a bingo card. But yeah, lots of things are going on right now. I'm pretty excited for a Nintendo Direct. Who isn't? I mean, I'm assuming that everybody is excited for a new Nintendo Direct. I don't know, is there anyone in the chat that isn't excited? I'm assuming maybe like one person who's trying to be cool, right? But yeah, there's maybe a little bit to discuss. I'm here to probably just talk for a bit, maybe update you all. I'm just gonna like just to say right away, I'll probably be live tomorrow morning around like 8 a.m. Eastern to do the reaction stream. I don't know what's gonna be announced tomorrow, but I have like a few inferences or detail, or, you know, predictions or ideas of what could be announced. As a matter of fact, you know what? I guess you can technically say that I did make a bingo card, but not necessarily. Because, this quote unquote bingo card kind of revolves around one big subject, and that's the, the Super Mario 40th anniversary. If I could find the file, oh my gosh, it has been so long. Yeah, right here. I guess you could technically say that this is my bingo card, but not really, because you know, to show my excitement for this whole, you know, 40th anniversary thing, I wanted to kind of show what's realistic and what isn't realistic. I don't know what I was really trying to do. I called all of these like unrealistic predictions, but in the end of the day, it would be kind of funny if one or three or a few of these became true. So yeah, I just turned off my brain. I was just like, wait, why not just draw what I think is going to come out? Apparently though, because of some recent leaks though, a very, 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 funny movie is about to get a sequel. So that's going to be fun. There's leaks online right now of what seems to be merchandise for this new movie. It's not set into stone, But a lot of very good resources are saying that the second Super Mario Bros. Movie has a name, it has some artwork, and I'm excited. I shared it on my Twitter page, but there's a chance that it's probably not real, and obviously we're not going to know what's going to be announced tomorrow, but you know what? If it does happen tomorrow, I'm going to be happy. I'm honestly probably going to be a bit more optimistic about what will happen in this movie. You know, considering that, like, you know, with all the criticism that the first movie has gotten, but I'm still going to be excited because in the end of the day, you know, I'm a spoiled Mario fan and I get excited for anything, you know, seeing, you know, Mario jump around in the big screen, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. We have absolutely no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. But I know for a fact that definitely tomorrow we're getting like 40th anniversary news. That is 1,000,000% going to happen. Because the day after it is literally like the 40th anniversary. But I just actually wanted to ask chat here, like, what do you guys think is going to happen in tomorrow's direct, you know? Or what 40th anniversary announcement do you think is going to happen? Because I bet some of y'all have some funny ideas. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Because I'm curious to know what some of y'all are thinking right now. So what are we thinking, chat? What are we thinking? A new 3D Mario game? I know. See, like, I don't want to predict a new 3D Mario game anymore. At this point, I just want it. You know, and it's copium every time I say, oh, you know what? A new 3D Mario game is happening. I'm kind of leaning towards the side, thinking that it's not going to come out because we just got Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is developed by the same team. But supposedly half of the 3D Mario team developed Donkey Kong Bonanza. And then everyone is assuming that the other half of the 3D Mario team is working on something else. I don't know, I'm just hearing so many sources saying, you know, otherwise. Like, if we get back-to-back 3D platformers, that would be kind of cool. But you already know that if a new 3D Mario game gets announced, I think my mic is going to break, because literally that is probably like one of my most highly anticipated games ever that doesn't exist. You know? Yet. You know, it probably does exist in Nintendo HQ. You know, a lot of people, you know, they're definitely developing a new game, you know, out of the blue. But yeah, you know, what do you guys think? Super Mario Galaxy 2? So I actually put that here in my pseudo bingo card here. I just did some like stupid bullshit where I said, oh, okay, the game is going to be a part of like an expansion of 3D All-Stars. And I'm thinking, okay, that would be kind of funny. I already know that if that does get announced tomorrow, that would be kind of hilarious. I'm probably going to laugh more than be excited for it. Even at the thought of it right now, just be like, oh yeah, you gotta pay us $70 if you want to play Super Mario Galaxy 2 on the Switch 2 or something, or the Switch, you know? I think that would be kind of funny. I don't know. I'd laugh, but at the same time, I'm just like, okay, well, there you go. Everyone's kind of begging for a, you know, a nice way to easily play Galaxy 2 now, and now we have it. But at the same time, I'm just like, it's gonna be kind of a stupid announcement if they suddenly, I don't know, updates 3D All-Stars to have, you know, I guess one of, if not the best 3D Mario games. Actually, no, I don't know. I wouldn't say Galaxy 2 is my favorite 3D Mario game, because, you know, there's the first Galaxy and then Odyssey. And 64, I kind of have a soft spot for 64, but who knows? Who knows? Any other predictions for the 40th anniversary, y'all? Or are we just, like, kind of afraid of the unknown? Super Mario Bros. 40? You know, I actually kind of wanted to talk about that. I feel like Nintendo is definitely going to make I don't know. I have this lingering feeling that they're going to do a completely brand new online multiplayer game. Like, that would make sense, right? Like, they would go ahead and just be like, okay, here, you know, we're going to do, like, Everyone's going to be playing as a bunch of Marios. You're going to go through like this huge, big, what is it, course, running around, beating each other up. That would be kind of funny, right? I don't know, something like that. But yeah, Fortune Street remake, nah. Fortune Street, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Hear me out. Oh my goodness gracious. There was the NSO playtest. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it would be like they'll come out with like a battle royale 3D Mario game where everyone is thrown into a stage or something. Maybe they'll take notes to that one popular like Mario 64 co-op game, you know, or something like that. But this time it's official, or it has like a modern game engine or something. I have no idea. I'm just coming up with like random ideas at this point. What are some of y'all saying? More Tomodachi Life news? Yeah, that would be kind of exciting. I like Tomodachi Life. Prime 4 is getting a release date? Yeah, definitely. That at this point, if we don't get a release date for Metroid Prime 4, that game is never coming out. I feel like we waited longer. Wait, what took longer to come out? Silksong or Metroid Prime 4? Because I think they're like neck and neck, honestly. Well, now Prime 4 is taking longer, but like, I don't know. What took longer? A new F-Zero? Everyone keeps saying F-Zero. See, the thing is, you know, if I did end up making a brand new bingo card, I'd probably reiterate a bunch of previous sections that I did before. Like, let me pull up the one from last Direct, from March. Like, a lot of these actually ended up becoming true over time. Thankfully, I'm so glad these two right here became true. Kirby, I should have put... Why did I give him Ozempic? Kirby here ended up becoming super true in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, getting like the Forgotten Land expansion and Kirby Air Riders. If I were to kind of like, I don't know, go back, I would probably... I'd probably, like, I don't know, keep putting these in, like, other bingo cards. But it's kind of funny that if everything was announced in that March Direct, I would definitely get a bingo. But, you know what? I don't think I've ever gotten a bingo. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I forgot you drew the farmer. Yeah, the farmer girl, I feel like... she just shows up every once in a while. That's funny, you know? Yeah, like, a lot of these became true. That's kind of funny that, like, bingo cards that I made in the past ended up becoming true, which is so hilarious. I have no idea why. I don't know. That's kind of funny to me. Alright, any last minute predictions? Because honestly, I just wanted to come in here and say that I exist, that I'm going to be live tomorrow morning. Just to say, hey, you know what? We're going to be doing a direct live stream. I don't know if I'm going to crash out or anything, but yeah. I just got here. What is it? I forgot that you're not EST, so it's like 11 p.m. for me. I'm not. Wait, no, I am in EST. It's 11 for me. It's 11 for me. I actually, like I said before, I originally did want to be live earlier today, but some personal things came up and I couldn't stream on the time that I wanted to, which, you know, it happens. You can't really, like, predict these things, and sometimes you kind of have to sacrifice, you know, certain things over others and prioritize other things. So, unfortunately, what is it? I'm not crying, but... unfortunately, sometimes you kind of just have to make the sacrifice, you know, and prioritize actual things that are more important. Which is why I unfortunately couldn't come tonight and say, you know, hey, look, you know, I couldn't make a bingo card today, unfortunately, you know? It's been 20 minutes, I know, but that's really it. I just wanted to come in here and say hi, you know, say that I exist. I'm excited for the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. But I also do kind of want to talk a little bit, you know, give a little bit of an update. Say, you know, that I'm not dead. I'm still working on things. But yeah. If you guys have any questions or if you guys have any possible predictions that we can maybe discuss about, I'm be down. I'll probably stick around for another like 30 or so minutes, maybe, cut up to into another hour. How about the next Mario movie? How could it be? So a lot of people are saying the next Mario movie is getting a trailer tomorrow. And honestly, I'm on board with that. I feel as though it's about time, since if the movie does end up coming out next April and doesn't get delayed, we should be getting some promotion or trailers coming out in the next couple of months. So what better way than to just announce it in this Nintendo Direct? This is a 1 hour Direct, so this is going to be long. So I'm definitely expecting stuff that we're getting next year. So, everyone says Mario Galaxy 3. That's like the funniest prediction ever. That's the funniest prediction ever. That shirt looks pretty tight on Little Miss. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know. Yeah. Not even drawing, just screenshots from the 3DS game? Wait, what are you talking about? Just make the bingo card all Nintendogs and we're good? Oh, yeah. Nintendogs is never coming back, but yeah. I know I've already said this a million times, but my biggest cope ever is just anything Mario related or just like the next 3D Mario game. But I know that's not happening because 3D Mario because Bonanza just came out, so that kind of, that kind of erases out any possibility of a new 3D Mario coming out anytime soon. So I'm fine with that. Donkey Kong Bonanza was basically a full course meal in itself, and it was an amazing game. So yeah, that's great. It is what it is. But at this point, I'm just coping. I'm coping for a new 3D Mario game at this point. Donkey Kong Country returns. That's funny. Super Mario Maker 3. Honestly, they're either going to make a third game, or a lot of people are saying Super Mario Maker 3D, which actually does sound kind of fire, if you want my honest opinion. So I don't know. I think that would be so cool if they were just like, oh yeah, Super Mario Maker 3D. That would be so cool. Especially with like the mouse controls and everything for the Switch 2. That would be so cool. Or just a Mario Maker game, like a new Mario Maker game. It doesn't have to be 3D. It could be another 2D game, with Wonder's art style or something. So, I don't know. Based on this like little pseudo bingo card related to Mario, I only think like 3 of these are going to be true. And those 3 are... let me circle them because I don't know. I'm here to I'm going to show my visual learners a little bit. Definitely Mario Kart World DLC. Because the game really needs it at this point. I'm not spending $80 just to be playing a Mario Kart game with a kind of boring open world that has no reward when you do all the missions. Character selection that needs a bit of work. And maybe like a really fun mode that's great online, like Knockout Tour. I kind of feel like the game needs more. I'd love there to be new stages, maybe new routes, maybe new characters, new costumes for previous characters. Like, come on, Nintendo. If this is going to be the next Mario Kart game that we're stuck with for the next decade, maybe half a decade, make it count, I'd love for it to make it count, make the new DLC free, or at least make the first pack of DLC free if they want to be that greedy. I kind of just want a new game. I just want like something, I want a reason to come back to this game, It needs to be more, like something like Crazy just said in the chat. It needs to be more super. So that's one thing that I really, really, really do hope is announced in this Direct, because come on, I need more stuff in this game, man. I need more stuff in this game. I paid $80 for it, bruh. Would Wonder get a Switch 2 edition or a sequel? That is actually my second, that's actually the second thing that I'm expecting to become true. A Nintendo Switch edition of I almost said new Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Yeah, I think I'm on board with the idea that Super Mario Bros. Wonder should get like an expansion or an update or, an upgraded version. Maybe with like a new sub game or a few more worlds, maybe a new character or something, or a new subplot or whatever. You know, or maybe some new wonder effects. That would be really cool. Something to kind of get me back into the game. There's a lot of things that Nintendo can do to just get me back into their games, which makes me think, okay, yeah, they definitely are going to pop off with a new game, because if they're introducing Nintendo Switch 2 edition games, I'm expecting there to be probably more, or at least update the Switch 1 games or something. I don't know. I think a really good Nintendo Switch 2 edition would totally be Wonder. If that's announced, I'd love to just play that on stream again. I'd love to play that on stream. I know it would flop because I'm not a popular streamer, but I don't know. I'd love to stream that because I don't know. I just need a reason to go back to Wonder. So obviously we already know for a fact that if the second Mario, if the second Mario movie doesn't get like a new trailer tomorrow, then I have absolutely no idea what they're doing with this movie. But we already got leaks, and supposedly Universal is already starting to set up websites and domains regarding the movie. We actually already have a possible name for the sequel. But you know what? I'm completely on board. If they're going to do like an entire segment announcing, Mario related stuff for the 40th anniversary, I'd be on board with that, So yeah, second Mario movie getting a trailer? Yeah, I'd be excited. I'd love to stream all of my reactions to the trailers like I did for the first movie. Why would Old Spice collab with the Mario? I don't see, for spoilers' sake, because I know a lot of people probably didn't see the leaks. I'll describe them, okay? So, as of recently, we've gotten a... I'm laughing as I say this. A recent leak came up where it showed a possibly new product, an Old Spice soap product, promoting the new Mario Bros. Movie. And with this new Old Spice product, we got the name of the movie, which I'm not going to say on stream because I know a lot of people just want to keep it a surprise. We also got renders of Mario's design, Luigi's design, and Yoshi's design. It's kind of funny though because it's Old Spice soap. The stupid, the soap that every cool guy uses when they shower. Or it's even a deodorant as well. No, I think it's a soap though. I'm not going to show it on stream, but I did post it on my Twitter, so don't look at it if you don't want to see it. Or I did like a really close-up image of it, so it could easily be fake. Because at the same time, it's just like, why is Old Spice collabing with the Mario movie? But you got to think about it. The Super Mario Bros. Movie did a lot of weird collaborations when they were promoting the first movie. So, if I remember correctly, they did a lot of weird collaborations. They did it with Lush soap. Lush, and does anyone know what Lush is? It's that really premium brand soap line that's at, luxury malls. They did a collab with that, and there was like Mario themed soap bars and bath soaps or bath bombs or some shit like that. And I'm pretty sure there was like a Luigi themed soap and a Mario themed soap. And then there was like a coin shaped bar. I think there was also like a question block bath bomb. I don't know if I can grab a picture of it. But yeah. The Mario movie did a Lush soap collab, and I thought it was so funny. It's sold out now, but yeah. I found it. These stupid freaking people. There was even a Peach thing? Like, no, I'm not even joking. They do weird collabs like this. So it's not really weird to say that Old Spice would collab with a movie like this? If you're catching my drift, y'all? Like, Yeah, you know, it might be real. It might be real. You know what I mean? And if it ends up not being true, okay, well, damn, you know. It could, you know, some talented person on what's it called? Some talented person probably used Blender and made some, you know, movie accurate models and just put it on a random Old Spice. But like, why is it so weird to me where they just pick Old Spice soap of all things? You know what I mean? It's fake? No, it can't be. I don't know. I'm gonna keep my expectations a little bit balanced here because it's believable. A lot of people seem like it's I don't know, man. I have no idea. This is why I kind of hate leaks, because especially if they're convincing, you know, it keeps your expectations high. You know, they're not soaps, it's deodorant. No, Old Spice also has soap, crazy. Old Spice also has soap. I would know because I've used them before. They smell really good for some weird reason. But yeah, you know what? I'm on the boat saying that those leaks are real. If they're not real, then I have no idea what to believe in anymore. Y'all remember that stupid freaking new Super Mario Bros. Collection like leak that came out a couple months back? That was fake. That was confirmed to be fake. But yeah, my was it my dog has clicked spoilers without thinking I hate leaks? Yeah, leaks suck. But at the same time, you know, it's fun to be excited for them. And if you believe that they're real, you can just post them. You know what I mean? I think the leaks are real, but I'm also in the position where I'm just trying to think about it. But with what they'll have in the... Oh, yeah, man. Are you buying the Mario t-shirt? Which Mario t-shirt? I have no idea what you mean by that. But yeah, you know what? Out of all of these predictions that I just said right now, you know what? Merchandise collabs are probably also gonna become true as well. I'm only saying it because they also did it for the 35th anniversary. They had a lot of weird collabs with Mario. So, you know, there's a chance that that will happen as well. Oh no, who knows? Who knows? Honestly, we'll see what happens. This is why I love Nintendo Directs, because all of us can just come together and just speculate what is going to be announced tomorrow. And then we can sit back, relax, and then get excited for this new Direct that comes out. You know, this is why I love Directs, because, you know, in the end of the day, we're just here to have fun. We're here to just speculate about our favorite franchises, and then we could just go, like, fully in, you know? But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that I need to talk about, y'all. Do any of y'all have any more possible predictions for tomorrow's Direct? Yeah, it feels like a Christmas. You know, that's what it feels like. It feels like Christmas. That's what it feels like. It feels like Christmas. Yeah. It's like a unofficial holiday. You know what I mean? Star Fox Copium, you know what? Keep having that Copium. I don't know if Nintendo wants to revisit Star Fox anytime soon. I hope the trailer comes out tomorrow. You know what? Me too. Me too. I'm excited for that. They're probably real. See, the thing is, you always got to take it with a grain of salt with leaks. They'd always be fake because a lot of people are really good with graphic design, you know, and they could easily Photoshop leaks like that, you know. I mean, literally, like, we've been through like more than a decade at this point with, you know, fake leaks before, you know, with the Smash stuff and fake Nintendo Directs. Yeah, you know. I just want to know what the anniversary title will be. Anything else is a good bonus. That's the thing. You know, there's always this lingering part of me that's just like, you know what, Nintendo's just gonna give us a double cake and announce the next 3D Mario game out of nowhere. Even though that same team announced came out with Donkey Kong Bonanza. But at this point, I don't know when the next 3D Mario game is gonna come out. I could be in my freaking 30s. And then they'll finally come out with it, but part of me is just like, okay, you know what, they're going to announce it tomorrow. But at this point, it's not even a prediction for me anymore. It's just a cope, or it's a need. That's what it is. We have a new Nintendo console. The Nintendo needs a new, like, flagship, a new mainline Mario game for that console. So, whatever it is gonna be, I'll be in for the ride. If it comes out next year, then I'm gonna have a long year, bruh. But yeah, you know what? It is what it is. Did you see the Mario Kart Emporium ripoff video? No, I did not actually. I don't know what that is. But yeah, is there any other predictions that y'all have before I, just call it a night for now? Because I'm pumped up. I mean, who isn't pumped up for a Nintendo Direct? I'm always excited for one. But yeah, I also want to come out here and just update y'all and say, yeah, yes, I'm alive. I always just love to come in here and just talk about Nintendo Directs because, they're always fun to speculate on. They're always fun to just talk about, get excited for, come together with our, to the community just to talk for a bit. And then I'll just dip out, But yeah, that's really it. I apologize for the lack of streams. I just haven't really felt good doing them as of recently. Mostly because I just get really anxious whenever I come on here and press live, and just let my mouth, you just let my mouth move. But, I always like doing them once in a while, especially, during an exciting time as, Nintendo Directs, which feel like Christmas to me. But at the same time, I'm honestly not sure how much more often I'll be doing streams. As a matter of fact, I'm actually not even sure if I'll be doing art streams anymore because, as of recently, I've just been very, very, prioritizing commissions and doing personal projects as well. And honestly, sometimes I kind of feel like I need to, balance out certain things, but then sacrifice other things. And I feel as though art streams to me haven't just felt as good as the good old days, and I feel as though I've just been a lot more anxious or more burnt out doing streams, so I understand all of y'all are kind of asking, oh yeah, when's the next stream, or when is the next art stream coming out? But yeah, no, I'll be honest, I have, I've had this like lingering anxiety come out of nowhere whenever I stream sometimes. Which is why I haven't really done it often, but I can really make an exception for today because, it's an exciting time, it's an exciting time. I can come out here and say hello, get excited for our new Nintendo Direct, and then possibly yell at the top of my lungs if they announce Mario Odyssey 59 or some crap like that, because that's fun to me. Like reacting, doing stuff. I don't know if I should change the format of how I do streams, because art streams to me have just, I feel as though as of recently have just made me very burnt out, and I feel as though streams should be something I enjoy. But more or less it might be burnout, it might be anxiety, I have no idea when it comes to that, but for now I think I feel as though I'm definitely going to probably change up the way I do streams soon. Which is why, yeah, I just wanted to come in here and say hello, say hi. I'm still alive. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a reaction stream tomorrow, just enjoy the presentation, get excited. If they announce Super Mario 2,573 or some crap like that, I'll get excited, or the next Mario movie. But yeah, there has been a lot of personal conflict with myself where I just really want to balance out some things, prioritize some projects, and then also prioritize doing commissions, and whatnot. And yeah, commissions have also been like taking up a lot of my time as well. But, I unfortunately do have to, bite the pill sometimes and do them because, they help a lot, and I'm absolutely grateful for all of the commissions that I've received. But at the same time, I also do want to make a comeback here in YouTube eventually. And see how much further I can get, before I can get even more tired. I'm always active on other social medias, and I'll try my best to, try to update y'all, maybe do like a cool piece of artwork or whatnot on, post them on my community tab. But as of recently, yes, yeah, it's true that streams have kind of just been like have taken a little bit of a toll on me. And I really want to just do the best I can to just figure out how I can make these streams a bit more entertaining, or change up the format a little bit, maybe try to play more games, or maybe not do something art related by myself. Because if I were to keep doing art related streams, I don't know, I think I may or may not want to just start having people on with me, or at least have like a guest artist, because art streams, even especially the recent ones, have really just been, like I said before, have really made me anxious. And I really want to fix this issue by possibly getting other people involved. I have no idea if some of y'all are catching my idea, but yeah, doing art streams by myself have just kind of been a little stressful. Stressful, have really just put me on the edge, and I kind of want to just switch things up a bit. But, I'll always come back here, just say, I'll always come back whenever, I think one thing that I definitely want to do is that I'll always come back whenever a Nintendo Direct comes, because it's always like a community event, basically. Or it feels like an unofficial holiday, essentially, where we could just all band together, talk about whenever the next 3D Mario game comes out, or whenever Nintendo finally acknowledges a dead franchise, with an hour-long commercial presentation. But I don't know, when it comes to art streams, I feel as though I definitely want to figure out a new way to kind of figure out a new way to entertain people without, worrying about getting anxious or whatnot, So we'll see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm going to be honest, yo. I definitely want to change up the format of my art streams. I kind of don't want to do them by myself. But yeah, if y'all have any other questions, or if y'all have any other predictions or thoughts of what about the Direct, let me know. I'd probably stick around for a little while longer, but sorry for hearing out on my little tangent there. But yeah, no, that's just something I'm definitely thinking of doing, Who am I thinking about inviting? It's just a work in progress idea. I don't know if it's set into stone yet, what I'll do with that guest idea, but, it'd be a lot of fun to see what I can do in the future, what I mean? But that's really it. Yeah, if there's anything else to discuss, let me know, and I'll probably just pop in back tomorrow morning and see what we can do about the Direct. I can't wait to react. I think I actually might go live maybe 30 minutes to an hour before the presentation, but we'll see. The new Switch 2 accessory being a keyboard. Damn, with Roblox, that would be kind of funny. Banjo 3E, I don't know if Microsoft is ever going to do anything with Banjo and Kazooie. You think they'll release something quirky for the Mario 40th anniversary? Like the Game & Watch? You know what, I feel as though they're gonna definitely release a really cool collectible or something like that that's gonna be super limited, but then it's not gonna go up in value at all in the next few years. I think the same thing happened with the Game & Watch that they released. It was kind of funny. You don't have to do this bingo card then? Yeah, this time around I think I mentioned this earlier in the stream. I don't think I'm going to end up doing a bingo card this time around, unfortunately. Mostly because I'm just late. I don't know if anyone would want to watch me for a couple of hours just making another bingo card. And I had to unfortunately postpone the stream because of, some things coming up in personally, but, I won't go into much detail with that. But yeah, chat, if there's anything else, let me know. I'm really excited for tomorrow's, direct. And I'm really excited to just react with all of y'all and possibly hear me scream on the top of my lungs if they announce something cool. I'll probably scream for some things, like the Mario Movie 2 trailer. While I'll still be optimistic about whatever the hell they'll do in this movie, I'm still going to be excited. It's my favorite franchise. What do you expect from me, Any little snippet of fan service that Nintendo gives me of my favorite characters is instantly going to make me happy or make me scream, bruh. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Chat, who's going to voice Yoshi? I hope no one, because if they get a celebrity to voice Yoshi, man, that's what I mean. That's what I mean by optimism, bro. I don't know if I'm going to be as... I feel as though I'm definitely not going to... I'm going to be a little bit more harsh towards this movie. I'll be honest. I'm going to be a bit more harsh towards this movie because one thing for sure is that what I kind of wish from the Super Mario Bros. 2 movie, or whatever we're just going to call it the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2, alright? Whatever, they end up doing plot-wise or character-wise with this movie, I just hope they improve upon the issues that the first movie had. Maybe make the movie a longer, maybe try to depict the characters a little bit better, especially with Peach. Peach was kind of like a flawless badass for the entirety of the first movie, but she was still cool. She was still cool. She was still really awesome, but I kind of wish they gave her a bit more, a bit more to, there was a lot to be desired with Peach, unfortunately. Give her a soft side or something, make her a little bit more Peach, she didn't really feel like Peach in the first movie. At least that's my personal opinion. I know that's a very controversial topic to bring up, but I don't know, to me, like, movie Peach, or in the first movie, like, she just didn't really feel like Princess Peach, you know what I mean? For example, the first movie, she is, or no, in the games, she could still be sweet, kind-hearted, maybe a bit bubbly at times. And I guess you can argue that movie Peach was kind of like that, but I want more of that, she felt, some people say that she felt more like a Daisy, but no, they just made her into like a flawless badass that is scared of nothing. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain because I want to be a little bit careful with my words here, but see, there's nothing wrong with how they depicted Peach. They want like a really strong female character, that can, a strong female character, especially for, female audiences. And, she was great in the first movie, but it didn't feel like Peach, Nothing like her in the games. For example, they did Mario perfectly. He was a pure-hearted hero that had the desire to be, he aspired to be something greater. And that's what a good hero is, He would go through the ends of the earth to protect Luigi, or, go through the ends of the earth to protect the Mushroom Kingdom. That's who Mario is. He's a pure-hearted hero that, would go through the depths of the earth, or that will go so far, that would go miles just to protect the people that he cares about, And that's exactly how, that's exactly how Mario should be. And they did exactly that in the Mario. Like, I love how the Mario movie depicted Mario, he did great. Even in the final scene with, the whole Bowser battle in Brooklyn, Mario still got up despite being beaten to a pulp, bro. He was still ready to keep going until his heart stops. That's a pure-hearted hero right there, That's kind of why I kind of wish they, gave a little bit more depth to other characters, like even Donkey Kong or Peach, especially Peach, even Toad, bro. I hope they keep they kind of keep that momentum up with the other characters. You know, same thing. That's all I'm thinking. Um, I have absolutely no idea what other characters they could probably like throw in this movie. Um, Maybe Daisy, Rosalina. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards Rosalina maybe showing up or something like that. But something a little bit like I said before, going back to what I originally said. Yeah, I'm going to be a bit more optimistic about this movie. I'm going into this movie because I care about this franchise a lot. I care about this franchise a lot. I'm really excited to see how my favorite characters are going to be depicted. Yeah, what is it? How my favorite characters are going to be depicted on the big screen again. Like I'm going to be excited as ever. I'm going to be very excited as I'm excited as ever to get another movie. But yeah. Yeah, that's really it. Still think Yoshi is going to play a bigger role based on the post-credit scene. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just like a comic relief character that has like two good moments. Why? Well, they should explain how Luma Ali got captured. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I'm just like, oh, you know what? They're probably going to get Rosalina in this movie universe, right? I don't know. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Wario, Waluigi, I don't know if they're gonna show up. Maybe as a cameo or something, or they'll give them like a role similar to Spike in the first movie. The Mario movie sequel will not be perfect, and that's okay. That's what I mean. But I'm just like I'm saying crazy. Like it's gonna I'm just gonna be a bit more optimistic because I'm gonna admit like there were some cons with the first movie that I kind of wish were improved upon. Just a bit, but if they don't address those issues and they just keep up the same pace, I'm still going to enjoy it, but at the same time, that's what I desire. I guess in the end of the day, I am just like a guy in his mid-20s talking about a movie that has like an audience for children. But I guess, it's nothing new here on YouTube where grown adults are going to just be talking about children's movie. But at the end of the day, I guess you can argue that children's media can be really good, and not as bad, But at the same time, I do understand that it's probably not that deep. It's in the end of the day, it's probably just going to be like a fun movie with colorful characters and colorful worlds where you just turn off your brain and just be happy watching it. Which I get it, but I do have my desires for the movie. I'll just be honest. I do have my desires, especially after the first movie. The first movie, not perfect, was still a grand old time, and it probably gave me the biggest smile I've had in my face watching a movie. But yeah, very excited to see what they announce for this movie. I'll obviously try to cover it as much as I can through streaming. I'm so excited to see how much we can discuss about these movies because, yeah, I'm excited for the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I'm excited for anything Mario related, honestly. I love this. It's my favorite franchise, and I want to just absolutely be excited for these movies. Or I'm excited for whatever comes out, But yeah, what, do you guys have any hopes and desires that the Mario movies will have? We'll see. First movie is great, and I understand that the first movie also has like a great community as well. Shout out to the freaking the Super Mario Bros. Movie Replumbed crew that are currently animating the Reanimated project. That's really fun. I still have to keep working on my scene. It's just I have had a lot of things under my belt for the past few months, and I will get my scene finished as soon as I can. You kind of ruined my mood tomorrow. I don't know how I did, but we're just discussing here. I want to see Yoshi and Daisy. Maybe Bowser will help Mario. Oh, you know what? That's an interesting idea. Maybe there's like a greater evil or something, and Mario and Bowser have to team up or something. You know what? That's gonna get me. That gets me thinking about how they did like the Sonic movie 2 or something like that, where they had, or was it the Sonic movie 2 or the Sonic movie 3? No, it was Sonic movie 3 where they had was it where is it where they had like Robotnik and Sonic team up together, or something like that. I don't remember. I don't remember the Sonic movies as much. Oh, let's see. I don't think it's what is it? I don't think that's how come is that's suddenly a bad thing, Crazy? It's more or less because I'm just addressing some problems for that the first movie had. But in the end of the day, we're all still going to be excited for this movie. I'm still going to be excited for it. Hmm. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it then. All right. Unfortunately. All right. I guess that's my problem then. The beans from Super. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't understand how it's coming about 9 months and we still don't get a trailer. Yeah. What? Wait. Where does the second movie come out? Well, geez, then okay. April or May 2026. Yeah, I think it's coming out that time around, right? So that's like October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So that's like roughly 7 months, 7 or 8 months away. That's pretty good. Not that far, supposedly. If unless the movie, what is it? Unless the movie comes out, I think it's out. The trailer took my birthday. The first movie came out around the same time of the year, and we didn't get a teaser until October. For me, I'm using the mark. Okay, interesting. Fall is in the future movie. No, I I don't think they'll ever they'd ever reference the RPGs in the movies. They always keep that way, way, way far away from the mainline games. Mario is in the sequel. Oh my goodness gracious! Now we're just coming up with things. All right, I think with that, I'm gonna just leave it there. Is there any other ideas or any other predictions that you have? You know, that we have before we call it off for the night. Daisy has always had tan skin. She had it in what is it in what is it called? Mario Party 3, and it's kind of like a common fan head canon for people to give Daisy a darker skin. A lot of people accuse me for starting that, but um, a lot of people accuse me for starting that, but no, that's been a very common head canon that a lot of people give her in fan art before I did it. But you know what? I'll be the big target for that. Why not? Are they still adding Donkey Kong? Honestly, I don't even know. I wouldn't even really. I wouldn't mind Donkey Kong being in. But yeah, cool. Honestly, they should totally give Donkey Kong his own separate movie. That would be kind of cool. Make like a whole universe out of it. Why not? A lot of media franchises have already been trying to do like cinematic universes, so why not? Mario isn't any different. Universal would probably want more money anyway. Have K. Rool in the mix. Make him voiced by a cool celebrity. I have no idea what celebrity would K. Rool be. I'm from Japan. My daughter and okay, bro. We get that. I wonder if they'll make a Mario version based on exploration. Since we'll see. I don't know. Based on the leaks, it seems as though this movie is going to be something else, but we'll see what it is. Or the voice from the show. That would actually be kind of cool. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong was interesting. Yeah, he was funny. He was funny. But yeah, chat, I guess with that out of the way, we can probably, I'll call it a night for now then. I'm going to be back tomorrow morning, for the direct live stream. I just wanted to talk for a little bit, you know, just say, hey, look. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it easy for that. Like I said before, I apologize for not doing a bingo card, but I think I'll hold it off for this one. I don't think there's anything really, really groundbreaking to predict this time. I'm just going to be in it for the ride. But I do appreciate y'all, you know, just stopping by, saying hi. You know, I'll be back tomorrow, you know, just here just to talk about, you know, some recent things. And yeah, we'll see how everything goes tomorrow. All right. I'll probably be live tomorrow morning around 8. So we'll see how that goes. Excited for tomorrow. All right. Yeah. Excited for tomorrow. All right. Peace out, y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow.